Hi, Kids Club kids. It's Miss Shawn. Good to see you again. This week I have an old book of mine to share with you. It's got 3 stories in it. The Country Mouse and the City Mouse, the Fox and the Crow, the Dog and his Bone. And the first story is about the Country Mouse and the City Mouse. One lives in the country, one lives in the city. Where do you live? I live in the country. Annie Mouse lived quietly in the country. One day her friend from the city came to visit her. Annie was delighted. "Melissa, dear, welcome to the country. Do come in." Annie Mouse asked some friends in for lunch, but Melissa did not eat one nibble of the meal Annie proudly served. "In the city, I dine on spice cake and milk," said the City Mouse, rather grandly. "In the city, I have a machine that plays music, and I dance on velvet carpet." "Oh, Annie, won't you leave this dull country life behind and come to the city with me?" "My, it sounds so tempting," said Annie. "Where do you prefer to live?" So Annie rode off to the city with her friend. "Honk, honk. Please drive slowly," begged Annie. "Can't hear a word," screamed Melissa. "Isn't it marvelous fun?" Melissa's home in the city was beautiful and such fun. They raced down the hall. Suddenly, woof! Barked a fierce, angry dog. "Help us, the dog! Run!" And the 2 friends ran with fright. They slammed the dining room door just in time. The poor Country Mouse almost fainted with fear. But Melissa said, "Oh, he chases me all the time. Come, Annie, climb up the table beside me. Have you ever seen so much food?" "Never," gasped Annie, still shaking with fright. There were dainty bits of spice cake, fine cheese, and even little droplets of wine in the glasses. "Oh, I'm seeing things. Oh, I see a cat." "It is a cat. Run, run." They slammed the living room door just in time. "Oh," sobbed Annie, "I've never been so frightened." "Nonsense, you'll get used to it," said Melissa. "There, I put on the music machine. Would you care to dance?" Suddenly the door flew open and there was a fearful noise. "It's the vacuum cleaner. Hold on to the curtain, Annie. Hold tight, or the vacuum will gobble you up." Many animals are afraid of the vacuum. At last the dreadful machine left, and the Country Mouse began to run. "Annie, where are you going?" cried Melissa. "Home to the country." "Goodbye, Melissa. Thank you for a very nice time." "Oh, help! Oh, oh, oh!" And the little mouse ran through the city. She ran, and she did not stop until she was safe in the green country. That night she told her friends, "I would rather lead a simple life than dine on riches and live in fear." The next one is an Aesop's fable, The Fox and the Crow, a favorite of mine. A crow sat high in a tree holding a tasty bit of cheese in her mouth. Along came a hungry warthog. "The crow will laugh when she sees my funny face, and when she laughs she'll drop the cheese," he called to the crow, making a funny face. But the crow did not even smile. She was enjoying her little game. Along came a hungry tiger. "Fly down to me, crow," coaxed the tiger. "Place that cheese on my nose, and I'll show you a clever trick." But the crow did not move. She did not trust that tiger. Along came a hungry elephant. "Drop the cheese to me, crow, or I'll give you a shower." But the crow did not drop the cheese, even though, whoosh, the elephant's trunk sent up a large stream of water. "Drop the cheese to me, you ugly old bird," called the big brown bear, "and you may have this honey from the bee." But the crow did not like honey, and she did not drop the cheese. The crow was about to eat the cheese when along came a cunning little fox. "Oh, beautiful crow," he called, "you are lovely to see. A bird with such charming feathers must sing a pretty tune. Please sing for me." Now the crow had never been told she was pretty, although she thought she was, and she had never been told that her voice was pretty. She opened her beak and rasped an ugly "caw." Down tumbled the cheese into the fox's mouth. Now wasn't she a silly bird to let that sweet talk fool her? The Dog and his Bone. A little dog hurried to the stream with a large juicy bone in his mouth. He wanted to eat the bone all by himself, so he ran across a log that bridged the stream. There in the water he saw a picture of himself, but he thought it was another dog. "Ah, now I shall have 2 bones to eat," thought the greedy little dog. He growled and snapped at the other's bone. Splash! His bone fell in the water, and so did he. Now he had nothing to eat. Greedy, greedy makes a hungry puppy. The end. I hope you enjoyed those stories. I'll see you next week. Bye.